For years, the Duggar children captured the nation's attention through 19 Kids and Counting and its follow-up, Counting On, a life defined by faith, family, and an unyielding public gaze. But as 2025 unfolds, the story has grown far more complex than Sunday school lessons and on-screen milestones. From lawsuits to pregnancies, weddings to courtings, the Duggar family is navigating fame, scrutiny, and personal choices on a scale even the cameras could barely capture. The question now is unavoidable. Where are all the Duggar kids today, and how have they truly changed in the wake of scandals, growth, and the relentless passage of time? The eldest, Josh Duggar, remains a lightning rod. Legal battles and past scandals continue to dominate headlines, casting long shadows over the family's reputation. His situation is more than tabloid fodder. It has forced the Duggars to confront uncomfortable truths about loyalty, public perception, and the weight of generational expectations. While some siblings distance themselves, others grapple with the fallout in deeply personal ways, highlighting the tension between familial bonds and moral reckoning. In 2025, Josh's story is a cautionary tale about fame, accountability, and the consequences that ripple far beyond one individual. Meanwhile, the older daughters like Jana, Jill, and Jessa are forging new paths, balancing personal freedom with the expectations that come from growing up in one of the most scrutinized families in America. Jana, the eldest, maintains a private life, focusing on community, faith, and personal interests, showing fans a quieter, contemplative version of Duggar adulthood. Jill, through her marriages and children, has navigated both happiness and controversy, learning that life under the public eye magnifies every misstep. Jessa, equally in the spotlight, balances career, family, and faith, embodying the tension between personal fulfillment and public expectation that defines the Duggar experience. Pregnancies and babies have become central to the narrative of the younger generation. By 2025, the Duggars continue to expand the family, with children arriving amidst a mix of celebration and scrutiny. Each birth is a milestone, not just personally but culturally, symbolizing continuity in a family whose identity has always intertwined with faith, tradition, and public fascination. Yet with each new arrival comes the reality of navigating parenting in a world that both admires and judges, a reality the Duggars must reconcile quietly behind closed doors. Courting and wedding stories add another layer of drama and reflection. Several of the younger Duggar children are engaged, planning weddings, or exploring relationships in ways that balance tradition with modern expectations. Courting, once a private practice spotlighted in Counting On, now carries both nostalgia and tension, old fans watching familiar rituals, new audiences questioning their relevance. The interplay between family-guided relationships and individual choice creates suspense, as each engagement becomes a story of personal growth, compromise, and negotiation between desire and duty. The legal and financial entanglements of the family have subtly shifted the dynamics between siblings and parents. Lawsuits, business dealings, and media contracts are not just news items. They are forces that influence decisions, relationships, and public perception. These pressures underscore the difference between growing up on camera and navigating adult life under scrutiny, emphasizing that the Duggars' challenges are both uniquely public and profoundly private. Emotional conflict arises as some children embrace independence, while others remain tethered to legacy and expectation. Amid the chaos, family milestones, first steps, first birthdays, school achievements carry extraordinary weight. These moments are intimate and ordinary, yet they are magnified by the family's history, reminding viewers that normalcy, even fleeting, is rare in a household lived under constant observation. The juxtaposition of everyday joys against public scandal and media scrutiny creates an emotional tension that defines the Duggar narrative in 2025. Life is moving forward, but never away from the gaze of a watchful audience. The climax of the Duggar story in 2025 is not one scandal or wedding, but the cumulative weight of growth, mistakes, and resilience. Each sibling faces personal trials, moral questions, and the struggle to maintain identity amidst expectation. From pregnancies to legal entanglements, from courtships to parenting, the Duggar children are forging paths that reflect both family legacy and the undeniable pressures of autonomy. Their stories reveal that adulthood, even in a seemingly rigidly structured family, is messy, unpredictable, and human. Ultimately, the Duggar children in 2025 are defined by contrasts: public versus private, tradition versus independence, scrutiny versus personal growth. Lawsuits, pregnancies, weddings, and family milestones intertwine to form a narrative that is as complex as it is compelling. Fans who once followed them as children now witness adults navigating the world with the lessons and burdens of their upbringing. The story is a living testament to resilience, adaptation, and the enduring power of family, even when every choice is dissected under a public microscope. In the end, the saga of the Duggar children reminds us that growing up in a famous, tightly controlled household leaves a mark, but it does not dictate the entirety of life. Choices, consequences, and personal growth define their present as much as legacy defines their past. By 2025, the Duggars are no longer just a reality TV family. They are a portrait of endurance, complexity, and the delicate balance between tradition and individuality, leaving audiences reflecting on what it truly means to grow, stumble, and thrive under the spotlight.